walking around like a loose pit bull. Channing Frye explains why Dennis Schroder doesn't back down from anyone. Frye says some players demand a different level of awareness on the floor, and Schroder is one of them. The NBA has plenty of fake tough guys. These are players who often talk a big game, but back down when put in a physical situation. However, there are a select few players who not only talk the talk, but actually walk the walk. According to former NBA champion Channing Frye, Sacramento Kings guard Dennis Schroder is one such player. The Los Angeles Lakers megastar Luka Doncic certainly found out about this the hard way when Dennis reportedly smacked him in an altercation that occurred in the bowels of the Crypto.com arena in late December. During a recent episode of the Trippin podcast, there are players in the league who would just dismiss any trash talk thrown their way. However, Dennis isn't one of those guys. Dennis wasn't in a good headspace. To be fair, Schroder is one tough cookie. He has had his fair share of skirmishes, but all those came in the heat of competition. He's a fiery guard who doesn't back down from anyone, be it a superstar or an end-of-the-bench player. That said, Frye said the German hasn't been in a good spot lately. He's playing for his fourth team in a little over a year, and a disappointing one at that, the Kings, which holds the second-worst record in the Western Conference. It's safe to say that Dennis' frustration levels were high at that time, and Luka's constant chirping at him lit a fire under him. I think certain guys you can say certain things to. And I think Dennis Schroder is a very solid player, been a vet in this league for a long time. I just think you got to understand the situation. He's in Sacramento, and I know they beat your Lakers yesterday, but that's a bad situation, Frye said. So he's probably you got to be careful already. He ain't playing. He don't want to be there. And he probably don't like Luka because he's yapping. You got to feel the room, Luka. And also, there's certain people, if Kenya Martin says something to you, you let it go. If Ron Artest says something to you, you let it go. You know what? Just go ahead and let that thing go, he continued. And when Dennis starts walking around like a loose pit bull, you got to understand, he's probably not in his right mind. He's like, I wish somebody would say something to me today because I got time. Everything reached boiling point in the hallways of the Lakers arena as Dennis sought Luka after the game, found him, and things went sideways. Dennis was eventually handed a 3-game suspension. Keep it within the lines. The podcast co-host, Richard Jefferson, added that he doesn't believe violence is the answer to anything. However, he did assert that while verbal warfare is part of the NBA game, those who engage in it must keep it well within the lines of decency. I will say this. This is my rule. This is my rule. It's a steadfast rule. If what you say between the lines, you would not say off the court, then everything's fair. RJ stressed. If whatever you say, like, y'all trash, y'all suck, man, you can't guard me. You know what I'm saying? If you get into that space and then someone tries to take it off the court, that's out of bounds. If you say things to a person you wouldn't say to them at a bar, like if you were to see a dude at the bar and be like, oh, you A-B, oh, yeah. Well, what's going to happen in that bar, right? What's going to happen in that bar? And that's for men in general, women in general, humans in general, he explained further. Dennis' contract mishap, when he turned down an $84 million extension from the Lakers, will always be a touchy topic for the veteran guard. However, Luka didn't flinch and reminded him of it during that December game, which escalated the on-court tension and led to the off-court altercation.